featured athlete. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond.
You know International Diamond Center is the best place to buy diamonds and fine jewelry. But did you also know IDC will buy from you? Diamonds, heirloom jewelry, estate jewelry, Swiss watches, coins.
Don't be afraid to come in and get a price on something that maybe it's an heirloom that you want to sell, or you're just checking to see the price.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire has a vast network of collectors and buyers around the world, so IDC can always find a market for your jewelry.
We always pay a very strong price to buy. There's a resale market that's there, and we pay top dollar for top merchandise. We have people all over the world that we sell to. So some collectors are going to pay way more than any consumer's going to pay. We'll give you the best possible price, no games played, and you'll get the check or the cash, whatever one you want.
Let IDC appraise what's in your jewelry box. You might get a pleasant surprise.
Sometimes they come in, they have no idea what's there, and then all of a sudden they walk out with a $28,000 check.
International Diamond Center. Online at shopidc.com.
It's the 4 o'clock hour on ESPN 106.3, fueled by Celsius, essential energy drinks.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a...
Josh Cohen and Home Team.
This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 106.3.
And in the immortal words of Smokey, I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got beep to do. Just throwing it out there.
I was going to say, who are you talking to?
Smokey.
Oh.
Friday.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's Friday edition, because every single day above ground, it's a good day. The home team for the ride home, a tradition unlike any other. It is a Friday. It's a Bud's Chicken and Seafood Friday, and the gang is all here, including the First Lady of the Delusional Republic, Jeanette Javier.
Hola.
Christian Cat, a.k.a. Catman in the Morning, a.k.a. Prince Chocula.
And he could not even begin to describe the smile on my face right now to our listeners.
Why are you so happy? Well, you're on YouTube right now.
Because
by the way, yeah, you can see Cat's smiling face on our YouTube channel, ESPN West Palm Play. You know we're live 4 to 6, like the HOV lane on 995. You know ESPN 106.3. You know that we are live worldwide on every smart speaker, every connected device. By telling it, play ESPN West Palm. And you know on the ESPN app you can get us. But also now, we're live on the TV side, on YouTube, on the ESPN West Palm Play. And a new format today for the show. 3 wide, like a comic strip. Column ABC, 3 wide, and a little bit more of a close-up shot. A little bit more of us and less of the background.
Yeah, we don't need that negative space or that negative energy.
Yeah, well, I'm here for the negative energy.
I was going to say, we got that. That's not going away.
That's what I'm here for. That's what pays your bills, bitches. That's what pays me, son. Derek Carr got a deal. Oh, this just in. I didn't realize he was getting paid like that. Let's go, Derek Carr. Derek Carr getting big money by the Saints. I need the terms on this. Are you aware, C-Cat? You're the producer of this show.
Didn't see it yet.
Yeah, it's on the bottom line. I saw it earlier, but I didn't pay attention to the numbers. I know the salary cap increases. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. But breaking news, the Saints are committed to Derek Carr. Some weren't sure. He's getting a new deal, an extension, and he's getting more money. And you know what they say about getting more money?
More problems.
More problems. More money, more problems. Who sang that?
Biggie.
Biggie was the feature. Wasn't that Mace? Wasn't that Mace?
Wasn't it P. Diddy?
Shouldn't look my way for these answers. I got no clue.
You're not the hip-hop guy.
Nope.
Yeah, Saints are reworking a deal for Derek Carr. $23 million it will save versus the cap. The cap number is higher, as you know. Derek Carr was due $30 million in base for next season. He's converting a large portion into signing bonus. Well, do that for me all day. By all means. I don't know the tax laws in Louisiana, but who cares? Derek Carr's only 32 years old.
Really?
You feel older than that?
Ew.
Doesn't he feel older than that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he looks like it too.
Yeah, the days of AC/DC, him and Amari Cooper in Oakland.
Yeah.
That team was dynamite till he got hurt. That feels like
Dynamite.
decades ago.
I thought I was younger than Derek Carr.
You are 33.
Yes.
That brings me to another point. I don't know if you saw this, C-Cat. Monster dunk last night inside the FAU gymnasium.
Yeah.
And someone with a shot of this behind the goal was Jeanette Javier.
Yes.
She had the shot. In fact, her view should be on SportsCenter. You should tag it, send it to them, say you probably want this view of it because you got the kids going crazy. What are you doing standing in the student section?
What? No, I was right behind where the photogs are. I wasn't in the student section.
Who are all the kids wearing matching T-shirts?
They were behind me. They were behind me. It's just the
so you're their credentialed media?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were sitting in the student section. I was like, you got to let it go. You got to make like Elsa. You're 33. You got to let it go.
It's kind of ironic that you mentioned that too because I was there.
Is it ironic, Alanis Morissette?
I think so. Maybe this.
Let's find out. Let's find out if it's ironic.
Okay.
Let's find out. Go ahead.
So
what's the irony?
My biggest reason for having a credential there was I was sitting with the students and with them mic'd up, the Prowlers, the hype machine.
The Prowlers?
The Prowlers, which is that hype machine.
Prowlers sound like a dangerous gang that C-Cat is going to tangle with after school.
I will say that the Prowlers are pretty dangerous in terms of the noise and the signs and the vibe that they bring.
West Side Story, it's the Jets, the Who, and the Prowlers.
The Jets, 100%. The Sharks.
Sharks and the Prowlers.
And the Prowlers. Johnny, don't mess with him. He runs with the Prowlers.
So
the Prowlers were the other gang that Michael Jackson was night fighting in the Beat It video. Yeah, the Prowlers.
But all of that to say, you kind of did get it right where I was hanging out in the student section.
Why are you hanging out in the student section?
Because
Where's the irony?
What the irony is that you said that I was in the student section, and I was, but just not when I got Elijah Martin's dunk last night.
See, Cat, irony or no irony?
Doesn't sound like irony to me.
Doesn't sound like irony to me. I went to the Kravis Center on Tuesday night for the opening night of Jagged Little Pill, based on the album by Alanis Morissette, in which Isn't It Ironic is one of the big songs. The musical, fantastic. Shout out Kravis, fantastic. I think it's there through Sunday. It is a story about a suburban family and an adopted daughter, the perfect son, and then mom's got some issues with prescription medication because of an accident. But the characters all take turns singing the songs. They sing, Isn't It Ironic, in that, and the kid in the class goes, that's not irony. And then they all laugh, and then she cites, it's like rain on your wedding day. That's not irony. Just as we were doing
That's great.
on Monday or last Friday.
Yep.
We were like dissecting, that's not irony, that's not irony, that's not irony. They do this in the musical because apparently it was brought to Alanis Morissette's attention. You got the whole song wrong. Or she wrote it with the idea of the irony is that none of this is irony, which I didn't know was intentional. But anyway, they address it in the musical and they all laugh at the fact that that's not irony, that's not irony. 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife, not irony. Meeting the man of your dreams, meeting his beautiful wife.
So annoying.
Those are just examples of inconvenience. Not the same as irony.
No.
For sure. But yes, I did hang out with the student section, just not for that incredible
You
dunk.
always hang out with the student
No,
section.
I do not. I do not. I actually network and grab content for us.
You network. Who are
Yes.
you networking with?
There's a lot of national people right now who are going through the LE.
And what are you doing? Handing out SD cards of your resume reel?
No, that's what a website's for.
Oh.
But, I talk them up, talk to them, grab some contact information, see if there's any potential.
You bother national talent and say, hey, can I hit you up for advice?
I wouldn't say bother. If the
I would. Yeah, I would.
If the opportunity is there and I'm allowed to introduce myself, then yeah, I do.
I'm thinking a tap on the shoulder to the broadcast.
Oh, you're so
right
annoying.
In the middle
I don't
of
want to bother you, bud. I always love that
Here's
one.
my business card.
In the middle
get
of
outta
action,
here.
play is underway. I don't mean to bother you, but
I love the I don't want to bother you, but because you can
So
shut that down
stupid.
immediately by saying then don't.
Exactly.
Then don't. All right, so you're working FAU basketball. You're there covering, right? You're there as a member of the media, but you're hanging on the student section, and you're kind of feeling that vibe and immersing yourself in that, right? And while you're in the student section, are you feeling like you're back in school?
Yes, it's
Are you
awesome.
cheering?
I get nostalgic. No, I do not cheer.
Liar.
I do not cheer.
Liar.
I keep it professional, believe it or not.
See, Ken, I want you to get the sports information people from FAU on the line because we need to revoke someone's credential.
No, don't do that.
For a lack of professionalism.
I am the most professional.
You want to
You
feel
are
old?
not the most professional.
I am the most
That's
professional
a
there.
damn lie.
Want to feel old, Jeanette?
What?
Those kids behind you? Some were born in 2006.
Shut up.
Isn't that
Listen, I
crazy?
graduated 10 years ago. You don't need to make me feel older than what I already
You're
do.
older than Derek Carr.
And
he's been around forever.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Somebody bring me a walker. That's what I need after. 11 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All this because no one got the reference, the quote from Friday, where Smokey said, I know you don't smoke weed. I know this, but it's Friday. You ain't got no job, and you ain't got beep to do. For the record, I don't smoke weed either. I don't know what you guys do. It's nobody's business, not my business. But Friday reminds me of Friday, reminds me of Smokey and telling Craig, smoke with me. You got fired for stealing boxes on your day off. Who gets fired on their day off? For stealing boxes, nonetheless. You've seen Friday, have you not?
I have, yeah.
Oh, thank God. You've seen Friday, have you not?
No.
You've never seen the movie Friday?
No.
But you hang out in the student section at FAU basketball.
I don't hang out there.
Dude, you know she hangs out there.
I went
I do
there.
not.
I asked if they knew. Everyone said yes.
CCAT.
Everyone said
And
yes.
you know she
Because
li-
they
you know
don't
she-
even know who you are. Chill.
And you know she likes
That's a
young
good
boys.
thing. That's
No,
a good
it's
thing
not. No,
that
it's
the
not.
17 through 21-year-olds do not know my name.
It
That's
is
a
a,
great
talk
thing.
about
it is a good
athletics.
thing that the kids don't know who he is. And I wonder how do you think the kids view Jeanette? Well, how do you think
Dude,
they view
I'm like
her?
the cool aunt.
Is that what you think
I
they
am
think of her
so
as?
the cool aunt.
Or do they look at her like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused, the old guy at the high school parties?
I was thinking Jeanette buys them beer for her, and that's why they embrace
Do
her
you
into
buy
the friend
beer?
group.
Do you buy beer for the freshmen? and
No,
sophomores?
I do not.
Yeah, you got to be a junior.
No, they got to
for
do it the
Jeanette to
way
buy
I
beer.
did and have a fake ID. That's the way I did
Do you
it.
use your Drizzly account to have
I-
it delivered to their dorm rooms?
I can't with all of you. I can't with you. Keep going.
Do you?
No.
She can't with us, but keep going.
Call the phone like, hey, Timmy, hey, Jimmy, you guys want to hang out tonight? Like, no, not
Timmy
really.
and
It's like,
Jimmy.
I brought booze. Like, all right, yeah, we're at this address.
Yeah. Do you think the boys use you because you can go to take them to R-rated movies? Are you being used to go to R-rated movies at
No.
FAU?
And that's disgusting because to go to R-rated movies, you have to be over 18.
When's the last time you went out with a student?
What do you mean?
The last time you hung out with, went out with, spent time with a student?
Like
Last night.
professionally?
No.
Last night?
No, personally.
Never.
Never, huh?
Never.
Thought you had relations with different basketball players.
Well, I thought
And
you
when I
went
was in college, I've dated people
Oh.
who worked at FAU.
But as soon as you graduated, you had nothing to do with college kids?
No.
I don't believe that. We can't believe you anymore because you lie about lying.
Yeah, yesterday was damning.
Your credibility is shot. Who lies about lying? Everyone lies. If anyone tells you they don't lie, they're lying.
Well, I don't
Which
lie.
means they're a liar. Yes, you do lie.
If there's one thing I do, I think pretty darn well is hold
Lie.
my.
You're good at lying.
I hold a very great relationship with FAU athletics.
For now, till we point out the fact that you're hanging out in student section, giving booze to underage students,
No.
and abusing your privilege with a credential.
The worst I did was date somebody last year, but he doesn't work there anymore. So
Soap
he's
opera
fine.
music, please.
No,
I don't have
no,
it over
no,
here.
no.
Where's my
I
Days
am
of My
not talking
Lives?
about this one. I am not
Young
talking
and
about
Restless?
this one.
Is that what it is? Young and Restless?
I am not talking about this one. Sorry.
You brought it up.
Okay.
Isn't it ironic?
You quite literally are talking about this.
Isn't it
I
ironic?
brought it
Don't you
up
think?
in like 5 words, but I'm not going into detail about the situation. This was my ex, the one that I was really upset about that broke up with me. He
He's
worked
a-
at FAU.
He's an 18-year-old student.
No.
By the way, have you noticed how young college kids look now?
Yeah.
Like Jeanette's post on Instagram where she shows the dunk and then the looks on the kids' faces. They all look like middle school kids. But they're like seniors in college. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Anyway, tell us about this relationship.
No, it went very well.
Let's just go to the part where it broke your heart.
It made me really upset.
What happened?
We were exclusive for a couple months, and then
Yep.
for some reason he came to the conclusion that he wasn't ready for a relationship, and I was very
And
upset.
now you keep running into dudes that are ready for relationships and you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, isn't that ironic?
Is that irony?
You're only single because that dude didn't want a relationship, and now you keep encountering dudes who do,
Exactly.
and you don't.
Exactly.
That is irony.
That's ironic?
Put one on the board. Put it on the board.
Good job, Josh.
Thank you very much. Let's get to the show, shall we? Congratulations, great camera work.
Thank you.
Is that on your
Appreciate it.
phone, I imagine?
Yep.
Yeah, she's got the dunk, and then she shows the faces of the kids, and she pans, and you can see that on Instagram if you follow Jeanette. I don't, but you should. Jeanette and Juice on, I'm sorry, it's Gin and Juice on
That's Jeanette
Instagram.
and Juice.
It is Jeanette and Juice.
Why don't you follow me on Instagram?
I don't follow anybody. I don't follow CCAT. I don't follow you. I don't follow anybody.
Okay. At least it's equal.
Does it bother you that I don't follow you on Instagram?
No.
Could you not care any less?
Instagram's not my game, man. If you didn't follow me on Twitter, we'd have a problem. But Instagram,
I got to follow you on Twitter. You're hilarious on Twitter.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
Follow CCAT Sports on Twitter. He's hilarious. And you're Gin and Juice everywhere. Jeanette and Juice everywhere.
Yep.
On all platforms.
Yep.
By the way, you can follow Jeanette also on MySpace. You're big on MySpace. JJ Redick had an eventful first week back on the job, back on First Take. It's been eventful. And with that, we mean, well, he said some things, and then he had to reply to some things, and then he got to. I wonder if the bosses are happy. I bet they are. I bet the bosses are like, okay, so that's a good first week. Keep in mind, prepare this for that. More of this, a little less of that. I imagine he's had to talk a little bit to the bosses.
Yeah, there's been people that go on First Take when they're filling in, and they get a lot of attention for the wrong reasons.
Like Pat Beverly?
Pat Beverly, even I think Ryan Hollins kind of got a lot of hate, and you haven't seen him on that show ever in the past 4 or 5 years. JJ's making headlines in a good way.
All right. Take a listen to JJ Redick on an eventful first week back on that show. Listen.
An eventful week on First Take. A couple things I just want to say first. Number one, I've rewatched particularly the clip from Tuesday. Don't regret what I said. It's truthful to me. I do regret the delivery.
Interesting.
I think sometimes when you get in certain environments, you can get emotional, and I regret that.
He regrets the delivery, not what he said, but how he said it. And then as far as it sounding personal, he said, well, yeah, I have a personal relationship with Doc. So there is going to be some aspects of this that are personal. Remember what he said was that Doc is never accountable. He never seems accountable for any of the things that go wrong. And no coach in NBA history has, again, blown more leads in a playoff series. No coach has ever lost more game sevens, has lost more potential closeout games. So he's got the dubious distinction of those three areas. You're leading in a series, you don't win the series. You got a closeout opportunity, you don't close it out. It's a game 7 winner take all, you don't win and you take none. He's got those distinctions. Redick says, you're never accountable. That guy, I believe he said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you heard Austin Rivers yesterday as he said, my dad's always been held responsible. Well, being held responsible and being accountable are two different things. Being responsible means that, yes, you're the one ticketed for causing the accident. Being accountable is when you say, that's my fault. I did this wrong. That's my bad. We've not heard Doc Rivers in that way. JJ regrets only how he delivered the message. I got no problem with that. He's got a job to do.
He probably regrets the reason why the clip went viral, because of his delivery, because of how angry he looked.
Does he, though?
When discussing him.
Or did that make him, again, the topic du jour of that? Well, the topic, what's the French term of the week? Du jour's day. We know that. Remember in Dumb and Dumber, what's the soup du jour? And she goes, it's a soup of the day. And he goes, that sounds good.
I don't know what the French is for whatever the week.
Right. Anyways, you were saying.
No, I relate a lot to JJ Redick here because that has been my biggest thing. I don't regret what I said. It's how I said it.
Right.
And I love that he's standing on business essentially and is doubling down.
I despise people that swear they have no regrets because there's really only two kinds of people in life. There are people who have regrets and people who are liars. If you don't have regrets in your life, that means that you're not accountable and being realistic, that you could have done things better, you should have done things better, because no one's going to handle everything perfectly all the time. Having regrets, I think, is a show of intelligence and a show of accountability, because what it says is, I wish I would have made the other decision.
Yeah.
I wish that I would have maybe done it this way instead.
As time goes by, you probably learn more about every situation, and you probably become smarter because of that. So
Absolutely.
You're smarter today than you were last week.
I'm a lot more accountable now than I was 10 years ago. I'm a lot smarter now than I was 10 years ago. I'm not that smart now. Bottom line is I'm really not that smart, but I'm still smarter than I was 10 years ago. Part of that comes from recognition of accountability. Should I have done something better? And, realizing when you're wrong. And embracing when you're wrong. The people that really do the best in this field are the ones like Barkley that are like, yeah, I got my guarantee wrong again. What do you expect? I'm terrible at this. And the people that are like, no, it's not what I said. What I meant what about the time that everybody goes, shut up, dude. Like when Stephen A. went on that 7-year run of getting the NBA's finals wrong every year when covering the finals.
Yeah.
Like tonight's tip-off of Game 1 of the 2016 NBA Finals. And he's like, he picks wrong. Then the next year, wrong. You got to embrace that. You got to own up to that. I didn't used to do that. A lot of people on the air don't want to do that because it makes you seem as though you know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But you're not relatable. People will love you for being like them and for saying, yeah, like, I'm not that smart. I'm relatable. My brain's not as good as it used to be. That makes me relatable. I get more wrong than I get right on a daily basis. Not just predictions, but just in speaking. That makes me relatable, makes me accountable, makes me in some way like, okay, well, he's one of us.
Yeah, in this like sandbox that we live in of sports media, sports talk, shameless is a good thing. Not having shame for getting something wrong in the past and addressing it head on, it's a good thing.
That's exactly right. That's well said, C-Cat. Let's continue on as we shift from J.J. Redick, who then gave way to Jason Williams. Jay Will, who became the big story this week because, well, he said Caitlin Clark is not the GOAT. She hasn't won any championships. Can't put her in that conversation. And then people say, what do you mean by that? Why are you hating on her? Why are you saying He's not saying she's not great. He's saying, I don't think she's the greatest of all time because she's never won a championship. Whether that should be the criteria or not, that's up to Jay Will to decide. That's his concept of the greatest of all time. Here's what Jay Will said about the haters, you know, the people with Twitter fingers out there that want to come at and argue and discuss and say things and question. Oh, yeah, what do you know? You didn't even listen to what he said.
But the only thing I'm going to say is to all you keyboard courageous people that want to call me a bum or try to make fun of my career, none of y'all could hold me. None of y'all. 90% of y'all didn't even pick up a basketball. You can't even dribble the rock. You can't even shoot. So let's stop being tough guys on the keyboard. Just because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean you need to call their game a bum when you know that's not the case. Because every game day, I bring these people on the court for them to shoot around, and people airball the ball, but these are the same people calling people bums. And I laugh. I'm like, oh, who's really the bum? And it's out of love. I come from a place of love. I don't come from a place of hate. I try to appreciate and enjoy the game and tell you guys how I see it. Some people may not rock with it. That's fine. Don't rock with it. You can turn the channel off. Some people do rock with it. Fine. Rock with it too.
I love him talking about I bring these people on the court during game day because they'll yell stuff. They'll be like, Jay, Will, you suck. You suck. You're a bum. He'll say, hey, what's up, man? They go, oh, what's up? He's like, come out here. Me? I can come on the floor? Yeah, come out here. Jay Will hands him the ball and says, go ahead. Now the kids are all cheering or they're all chanting the kid's name. And the kid gets nervous. His palms get sweaty. His mom's spaghetti. And then he jacks that ball up and it's air ball. And it's like, oh, I just embarrassed you. You embarrassed yourself in front of your friends. I provided you the opportunity to do that. Jay Will was a tremendous college basketball player. And he was going to be a great pro. And then he got in a near fatal motorcycle accident, if you guys remember, which cut his NBA career short after, I think, a season and a half. Mm-hmm. It was like 2 years into an NBA career. But it's a reminder, social media sucks. Twitter sucks. People just want to be acknowledged. I swear to God, all they want is to be acknowledged. I'm reminded of Madison Square Garden, UFC 268 maybe, November 2021. And all of the selfies that I took with people outside of the arena, inside the arena, press conference day, weigh-in day, etc. And I'm reminded of the fact that half of those selfies with people that were yelling how I suck or how they hate me prior to me smiling, pointing at them, and acknowledging it. And as soon as you acknowledge it, they go, come on, man, let's get a pair, let's get a pair. Because they don't really hate. Mm-hmm. They just want to be noticed. It's like everyone is standing in the pit at the concert. They just want the rock star to look at them. If the rock star points at them, oh my God, he pointed at me. I'm not saying I'm a rock star. Jay Will's not saying he's a rock star. He's saying you guys find it easy to question someone's opinion or take and go, what do you know? I love this mentality that Jay Will, who does this for a living, doesn't know what he's talking about based on him disagreeing with some kid out there, some idiot out there on Twitter who says, what do you know? You're a bum. You didn't even play. You're NBA. Like, dude, I was a college basketball star. I was a first-round pick in the NBA. I was in an accident. Regardless, you talk so much, here's the ball. Put it in the hole. And they go, oh, man. And then they embarrass themselves, and they're humbled, and Jay smiles and says, let's get that picture now.
Well, we kind of saw this exact scenario play out. No, it's not exact. KD walking out of the tunnel. Suns play the Mavs last night.
Yep.
He had a fan calling KD a B.
B word.
Calling him a B. Turns around. KD walks right to them, and you see the woman that's with the guy who was heckling reach out the hand for a dap.
Put their hands out like, what's up? What's up? Because I wanted to be acknowledged. Yeah. They don't really hate Kevin Durant. They just want they view this as professional wrestling, and that you can yell and boo and say things, and it's all act, but it's not all act. Durant stopped dead in his tracks, went back to them, and the woman's trying to shake his hand and dap him up, and Kevin Durant's not having it. Security wanted to throw them out of the arena, and Kevin Durant said, no, let him stay. But there was no smile, there was no handshake, there was no dap, there was no photo. People just want to be acknowledged. They tell you how bad you suck and how much they hate you and what a loser you are and whatever. And then you smile and you point and you laugh and you give them what's up. And all of a sudden, they tell everybody that you're their guy. And they start following you on social media. They post, they tag you in it. And you go, all they wanted was just someone to be like, I see you.
Yeah, because up until that moment where you give them the reaction they were asking for, they are Kevin Durant, NBA star. Kevin Durant, NBA star. As soon as he turns around, now that is a person called Kevin that you've never met before. They've never met you.
It's a man you disrespected in public.
Exactly.
It's a grown man that you spoke to a certain way and called a certain word out of disrespect.
But I think also Jay Will took it out of context, too. Nobody's arguing with him as a player. Everybody's arguing with him as a take. He should have responded to what they thought about his take, not him.
He's saying, you got to listen to the whole thing. He's saying that they will come at him because they disagree with his stance on something, and then start to call him a bum that can't play, that couldn't stay in the league, etc.
Heard. Okay.
Right. Like, what do you know? You couldn't even. Okay. I don't know. What do you know? Like,
here's a basketball.
Like, you deliver groceries. Like, you know more about the game than I do, playing at the highest level.
That's a good point.
Someone's got to deliver your groceries, and somebody's got to talk about the game. But with that said, if you don't agree, it doesn't mean that dude doesn't know what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. It just means you guys don't agree. That's the problem with society. And that's the problem with social media. And that's why I hate everyone on Twitter. And that's why my Twitter count doesn't grow. That's why I stay at 6,200 followers or whatever it is. And it doesn't grow. It's never going to grow. I'm never going to get big engagement because I hate everybody on Twitter. And I think I make that pretty clear.
But when you tweet, you tweet. Like, there's sometimes you tweet a lot. Tweeter. Yeah, you're a volume tweeter for sure.
Oh, yeah. But when I tweet. During the game, bing, 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 bing. You can tell when I'm watching something that other people are, because there'll be 47,000 tweets during the game. And then afterwards, I'll go and delete the ones that aren't necessary because it's just like, I don't want to drown anyone's timeline. But I don't live for social media. I don't enjoy social media. It is a necessary evil of this business is what it is. It could be used for good, and sometimes it is. Sometimes it actually is. But it's so rare. It's so few and far between that I really wish that the platforms didn't exist. Meanwhile, Jay Will does clarify his stance on women's college basketball because this got called into question the other day. Take a listen to him on this.
I'm just here to watch hoop, to talk about it, to see these young legends in the game making. And I love where the women's game is at right now. And I love where it's going. That's what should be spoken about. That's what should be applauded. And that's what should be appreciated.
Well said, Jay Will. That's about what we said yesterday. Meanwhile, we shift gears from the other dude who made news all week, and that is Kevin Durant, as you mentioned, but Charles Barkley being critical of Kevin Durant. And he did this Sunday night during the All-Star game. Barkley says Durant's not really a leader. This is not a slight, per se, and this is not an unpopular opinion, per se. I heard Joe Fortenbaugh say it earlier today on our air on Carlin versus Joe. It is not a mystery that Kevin Durant is somebody that likes to do his job, show up, go to work, but doesn't feel the need to be like, guys, bring it in, rah, rah, rah. Some people enjoy being the leader, and other people enjoy just doing their job, playing their part, doing their role, and letting everybody else handle themselves. Listen to Barkley on KD.
I wanted to be KD, but he's not doing it. To me, it's got to be Booker. He's got to be your mental leader and your vocal leader to a certain degree. No disrespect to Kevin. Kevin's a follower. He's not a leader. He's proven that on all his stops. Booker's a hell of a player also. I think he's going to have to take the initiative and take this team to the next level because, man, Kevin's a hell of a player. I ain't never going to say anything bad about him, but I'm saying the same thing with Boston. One of you guys has to step forward. He has to step forward. And for me, for Phoenix to be successful, it has to be Booker.
Agree or disagree with Charles Barkley, Jeanette?
I love that take. Absolutely. Like everybody needs
Wrong.
a leader. I loved it.
Yeah, no, see, we're in that media thing. No, I'm going to disagree with this part. Just because you're not a leader doesn't mean you're a follower. There's middle ground between being a leader. Ground? Well, it doesn't mean that you just do what somebody else says. You can be an independent thinker that doesn't necessarily feel the need to carry others with him.
Okay.
I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to. And sometimes I'm asked to, but I don't want to. I'm certainly not a follower. I'm certainly not, well, they're doing it. I should too.
Well, for sure.
Well, so where do I fall? Because do I walk around every day and lift you up and say, hey, I want you to you had a great show and let's do it?
Definitely not.
Thank you very much. Kevin Durant, I can relate. Charles Barkley, I know if you're not a leader, you're a follower, that old mindset of, but that's not the reality. There is gray area. Just like people always talk about fight or flight. That's not true. There's three aspects. There's fight, freeze, or flight. C-Cat, Barkley, he's right that Kevin Durant isn't a leader, doesn't want to be a leader, and that if the Suns are going to be, it's going to fall upon, other players like Devin Booker, for example. But do you agree with all that, what he said?
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I thought it was kind of well said, and I didn't really pick out if you're not a leader, you're a follower.
He said he's definitely a follower.
Yeah. It didn't stick out to me, but I think the general, what he said, I agree with.
Kevin Durant is definitely not a follower, and he's a reluctant leader. He's a leader if need be because he's being told to, but he's not someone that wants to, take the reins and come on, everybody, and play that role. Some people do, and other people just want to go about their work, go about their lives, and be left alone.
He gets painted as the guy who's extremely fake for the whole burner situation, but
that's not fake. That's being real.
That's where I was getting at. Yeah, I feel like he kind of gets insecure like almost every single other person in the world.
He's sensitive, and he feels the need to answer back. He feels the need to, because he knows he can't do it as Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Not allowed to fire back. Not in his job. When he leaves and goes to media, well, then he won't need a burner because then he can just, boom, blast as is. Kevin Durant replied to what Barkley said. There's going to be a beep because C-Cat put a beep over a bad word, didn't C-Cat?
Yeah.
Thank God. Here it is.
I just feel like a lot of people that's on TV that don't ever come to the gym, don't ever come to games. It's hard for them to speak on what I do when they're not in here. So it's just part of TV, that they needed something to fill the segment up, so they talk about some negative but if you're not in the gym, I don't respect your opinion. You're not in the gym with me. That's just what it is.
If you're not in the gym, then I don't respect your opinion. I get that. But with that said, he's right about sports media, negativity, got to fill time, got to do this. That's part of that job. But I can relate to what he's saying about if you're not here, if you're not seeing how I do what I do, if you're not actually hearing it, seeing it, witnessing it, then you really shouldn't speak on it. It's like us talking about things inside the Ravens locker room when we're not inside the Ravens locker room.
No, I don't think that's a fair comparison because Charles Barkley has been in the NBA.
Not in this locker room.
I know, but he can still speak about it. I don't think it's us being in the Ravens locker room because we never played football. We have never put on pads and a helmet on and played the game of football. So we cannot comment on anybody who played that game. But Charles Barkley can definitely say something because he played in the NBA at a high caliber level.
But Kevin Durant is saying you can't question my leadership, etc., if you're not actually there to hear, see, and witness how it is that I go about what it is that I do.
Yes, but he can comment on different leadership types and the way they work in the NBA.
And so can I. I'm as qualified to talk about leadership and leading as Charles Barkley is.
Not about the NBA because Charles...
Not in an NBA locker room because I've never led in an NBA locker room.
But that's what I'm saying. So Charles Barkley does have a right to opinionate about the situation.
Of course he has a right. It's his job to opinionate, as you put it. What Kevin Durant is saying is, unless you've been present, then I can't take serious your take on this because you've not experienced. You haven't yourself firsthand.
I guess what KD is saying, for all Charles knows, I'm a lead by example guy. I'm the first guy in, last guy out. For argument's sake, I don't know that. Charles probably doesn't know that, and that's what Kevin Durant's trying to get at, that you're not here every day. You don't see me talking to our younger players. You can't comment on it.
To me, leading by example is I will never ask anything of you that I don't do myself. I will never ask of you or expect from you what it is that I myself don't do. That's, to me, leading by example. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say so. And KD's kind of saying, like, I don't think he ever said he's wrong, but he doesn't really have the information that's available on the matter.
Coming up when we return, who tried to recycle a joke last night and failed miserably? It's not C-Cat. I know you were thinking it was C-Cat. No, he doesn't fail on his recycled jokes.
That's a 5 o'clock hour. I'm going to do that then.
They kill every time. When you recycle jokes, they kill every time. In fact, when it's obvious that it's a recycle, it's even funnier.
King of the callback.
King of the callback.
Okay.
There he is. The K-O-T-C. Not to be confused with Wiggle over here. What went wrong in Jeanette's love life lately?
Yeah.
Wiggle.
Exactly.
You like to hate on your own brain a little bit. That was some recall. You got that one from yesterday.
No, I'm just remembering that, WWW. What went wrong? Fourth W with Jeanette's love life lately.
Or not the with, but in. What went wrong in to get the I in the wiggle?
Oh, okay. What went wrong in Jeanette's love life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
I love this for you both.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's better. Let's work it out. Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Are you not in on this?
No, I'm not.
Okay, that's fine.
I guess it is her love life that's going wrong.
Yeah. We should celebrate that.
Or well.
We should celebrate that. We'll get to that and a whole lot more when we come back. First, though, the Miami Open is about to get to Hard Rock Stadium once again. It is where tennis comes to play. The Miami Open returns to Hard Rock Stadium March 17th, that's St. Patrick's Day, through the 31st. 15 days and nights of the best tennis with the best players in the world. Defending champions Daniil Medvedev, Petra Kvitova will be in the Hizao, as well as former champions Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, and many more. Stadium Court will be inside the center of Hard Rock Stadium. It's an awesome setting if you've never been. All tickets include access to the entire tennis campus, additional tennis courts, food, beverages, art, live entertainment experiences. Restaurant favorites return like Kiki on the River, Bodega, American Social, and more. New restaurants that'll be on campus this year at the Miami Open. Milos, Fuku, and Henry's. Cocktailing on campus. There'll be a brand new champagne garden this year.
Nice.
Specialty bars, signature Miami Open cocktails. For the first time ever, Miami Open also will have Major League Pickleball and an elite wheelchair tournament. That's awesome. Club level, general, luxury, super luxury seating still available, but limited. Got to go to MiamiOpen.com for tickets and details. MiamiOpen.com. Miami Open, where tennis comes to play. Back in moments with who tried to recycle a joke, and it really failed miserably. Plus, I don't think this dude's very good at anything that he does. That's how you know it's not C-Cat we're talking about.
I'm good at everything I do.
I would not go that far. That might be a bit of an exaggeration.
Simmer down.
Yeah, it's the home team on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Well, hello there. Join me at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino to celebrate a new era in gaming. With live craps, roulette, and sports betting now available to go along with the biggest selection of slots in South Florida. Plus, all your other favorite table games. Complement your night with my award-winning fine dining and casual fare options, lively bars and lounges. Or catch your favorite A-list entertainer at Hard Rock Live. Discover your rhythm today. Go to hardrockholly.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to helping the customers and the communities they serve move forward financially. See how they can make a difference for you at PNC.com.
Death is the only punishment here.
Coming this February, FX's Shogun.
My master asks what you seek here.
To vanquish our common enemies. Based on the global bestseller by James Clavell.
War is coming.
The epic saga of war, passion, and power.
Let it come.
FX's Shogun, February 27th on Hulu.
If you only have a 401k, you're not getting the most for retirement.
Wait, what?
Add a Robinhood IRA on top, then they'll boost it by 3%.
You can do that?
And if you transfer in any retirement account, you get 3% on top of that.
Is there a limit to the match?
No limit. Robinhood Gold gets you the biggest contribution match of any IRA on the market. Sign up for Robinhood Gold at Robinhood.com/boost by April 30th. Subscription fees apply.
Investing involves risk. 3% match requires gold for 1 year from first match. Must keep IRA for 5 years. Match on transfers subject to additional terms and conditions. Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at KaiserGolfCenter.com.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Now offering 4.9% for the coolest SUV on the road, the 2023 Land Rover Defender. Iconic looks and endless possibilities. Enjoy 4.9% for up to 60 months on all 110 and 130 Defender models in stock at Land Rover Palm Beach. Select new 2023 Land Rover Defender 110 and 130 models eligible for financing at the APR for well-qualified buyers. Supplies are limited. Texas title license and fees excluded. Residency restrictions apply. Customers must take new vehicle delivery from retailer stock by 8/31/2023. Model picture may vary from offer. See Land Rover Palm Beach for more details.
Hey, it's Dean Thomas, and man, am I excited to partner with IceBod Active, the first wearable cryotherapy. Just put it on and go. It's form-fitting compression shirts and pants that have pockets that fit flexible ice-cold gel packs. So whether you play golf, tennis, pickleball, basketball, whatever, visit icebodactive.com to get yours today. Use coupon code ESPN1063 and get 20% off your first purchase. icebodactive.com, icebodactive.com.
You're listening to ESPN 1063, presented by Rubenstein Law. 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Car accident, truck accident, Uber or Lyft accident, or slip and fall? Call Rubenstein Law. Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL and visit one of our offices throughout Florida.
Spring training baseball is back in Jupiter. Catch all the action at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium as the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals gear up for the 2024 season. Individual tickets, mini plans, season tickets, and group packages are all available now. Act fast to see the New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, Philadelphia Phillies, and others that come to the Dean this year. RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com, 561-630-1828.
It's the 4 o'clock hour on ESPN 1063, fueled by Celsius, essential energy drinks. This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 1063.
I just tried on Jeanette's Houston Astros World Series ring, and I pretended. Show it the camera. Hold your hand still, dummy.
It's beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. Let me just take it off.
ESPN West Palm Play on YouTube. Go subscribe and go watch the show right now.
Do you not know where the camera is? You were like,
this thing, it's facing at me, but I don't know. It's everywhere, but there you go.
That's it. Okay, you're good. So I put it on, C-Cat, and I didn't want to put it over my knuckle just in case. But her fingers are thicker than mine anyway. I think they are.
Probably.
But I didn't want to put it over the knuckle, so I pretended that it was stuck. And so I'm yanking my finger, but not the ring. And she got so scared. She said, I'll cut your finger off.
I don't know, with the ring like that, you guys ever see Lord of the Rings? You know the ring, how the longer you wear it, it makes you evil and more evil and more evil? That's what an Astros World Series ring does to you.
You mean constant championships and winning and iconic and legendary? No. Absolutely. Then you know what? I'm going to wear it all the time.
While I was wearing that ring for 30 seconds, I did suddenly feel the urge to lie and cheat.
What ring were you wearing?
Your World Series ring.
It's not this one.
Your World Series ring.
This is honest and true. Beautiful World Series ring.
Honest and true. It's a Bud's Chicken and Seafood Fried Day. Fried Day. Seafood Fest for a limited time. at Bud's Chicken and Seafood. More details coming up in just a sec. Celsius is essential energy. Celsius is living fit. Celsius is 1 billion different flavors in either fizzy, sparkly, or flat. Made from the good stuff, not the bad. Celsius is sustained energy for mental clarity, physical energy. Tina drinks it every morning for pre-workout. As pre-workout, Celsius is the right amount of pick you up. I recommend the Fantasy Vibe, which is mandarin orange marshmallow and tastes like a creamsicle. Unbelievable. Celsius also does powder now, powder sticks that you carry in your pocket, in your bag, to have with you always, so you don't need to pull over or go to the store for a burst of sustained energy. For those early mornings or those late nights, getting work done, handling your business, or just going hard in the paint. Celsius, available everywhere. Essential energy. Live fit. Essential energy drinks. Celsius, 4 o'clock hour. Here on the home team, as a matter of fact. Back to it. Who tried to recycle a joke last night and failed miserably? Take a listen to the original joke. This was Sunday night on the All-Star Game alternate cast, which is Draymond Green, Charles Barkley, and the host of it, the lovely and talented Taylor Rooks. Take a listen.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? You know who was asking about you the other day? Who's that? Nobody.
They had a good laugh. They had a good laugh at that. That's a joke, by the way, that me and my buddy used to tell all the time in high school. And then I carried it over into college. And if you got a crowd of people, you walk up on a crowd of people and say, hey, you know who's asking me? And then you make everybody laugh at that person's expense. Now, you're laughing, but I'd have done it to you.
That's good.
Well, I wouldn't expect anyone to be talking about me. I don't think I'd fall for it hook, line, and sinker.
Why not? People talk to me about you. Dude, I was in LaGuardia Airport this summer, and the dude said, I'm Christian. He said, but I'm not CCAT. And I said, yeah, no, I can tell.
But whenever we talk about this, who knows me and who doesn't know me, you use the same exact example. So that makes me think that is the only example that you have of this situation.
No.
He said it.
No,
he said it.
No, there's other people that like you, that actually like you, that think that you have redeeming value. There are people, you're the likable guy.
I'm not the likable person here?
For sure, no. Absolutely not.
Oh,
no,
I thought I was.
It's between you and me for least likable on this show.
What a competition.
See, Kat, you're in it with Dean and Tina. Probably Dean goes first, and then it's between you and Tina for second.
I'm going to win that battle.
For most likable. For the least likable, it's between me and Jeanette. It's a close race.
See, I have 5 chances a week to get more and more likable. They've only got 2.
That's right. Or
I got 3.
Familiarity can breed contempt. And because you're there every day, you can become less likable because it's always there. Right. Oversaturated. Right. It's amazing that I can do this 5 days a week, and I can be the primary talker for 2 hours every day. And yet Jeanette, with a limited role, only 3 days a week, is pushing right against me for the least likable member of the show.
So that's
impressive.
That's quality, not quantity, honey.
I was going to say, it says a lot about what you bring. It's you compact it like a nuclear explosion. Right. I'm just a stick of dynamite, but you got an atom bomb.
Now, I know you didn't see Lord of the Rings. Have you seen Harry Potter? Well, if you didn't.
I've been to Harry Potter Land.
Okay.
I drank butterbeer. Does that count?
You know Draco Malfoy is like only on screen for like 15 minutes of the entire.
Do not.
Drake
do
is in.
Not. You are gonna piss me off in a way that you have not pissed me off, C-Cat.
Drake
Don't
is
you
in
dare say it.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Malfoy. Yeah, like he's like the primary villain against Harry Potter.
Hold on. We talking about Drake?
No.
Started at the bottom. Now we're here.
No.
Draco.
You've never seen Harry Potter. You have no idea.
I've never read no Harry Potter books. I've never seen no Harry Potter movies. No.
Oh my gosh.
The thing is, everybody hates and everybody knows Draco Malfoy, but he's barely on the screen. He makes that much of an impact. So Jeanette, you're in the same.
I am not Draco Malfoy.
You're getting there.
This is the most offensive thing you've ever said to me. This is the most offensive thing you've ever said to me.
What up, Draco?
One more date goes wrong where you think it's the guy's fault, but it's actually yours, and you are with Draco Malfoy.
I've never been at fault for a date gone
Something
wrong.
tells me this is about to be one of those audiogram promos that goes on Twitter and Instagram that shows right now a side-by-side. There's Jeanette, and now here comes Draco, whatever his name is. Probably a picture of him right now. Probably a picture of him on the screen right now. Am I right? Is that what and then any second it's going to go, da-na-na, da-na-na.
Wow, listeners who are actually seeing this clip on Twitter right now, I can't believe Josh called that.
Calling the shot. I can see the future. That's what's about to happen. And by the way, you got to edit it when I go. It's probably going to go da-na-na, and then you, right there, you got to play it.
This is
Draco.
Potter.
What's his last name?
Malfoy.
I'm not paying attention. I will not go by that name. C-Cat, you have called me many things before, and I've never become offended by it. You've given me stupid takes. You've literally called me a dumbass on air.
When did he do that? Oh, last Friday.
Yes, exactly. But nothing has gotten under my skin like being called Draco Malfoy.
Draco Malfoy.
It's your new Friday.
You don't even know what he's talking about, Joshua.
Doesn't
Don't
matter.
jump on the train.
All I know is it bothers you.
All
I know is it bothers
me.
you, and you never should let us know that.
Something.
Problem is, you let us know it bothers
But
you.
it means nothing coming from you, Josh, because you have no idea what it means. But C-Cat, he went there.
You know what you sound like right now? You know you sound like Draco Malfoy.
I
You know who that is?
I hate you,
You
Josh.
sound like him a little bit, right?
I hate you guys so much.
The new Friday segment. Last Friday, dumbass. Today, Draco Malfoy. Tune in next Friday.
What might it be next week?
I prefer you calling me dumbass way more, okay?
She's off next Friday. We're at Honda Classic. Excuse me. We're at Cognizant Classic. I got to be cognizant that it's cognizant. She's off next Friday. So save your material for the following Friday.
Or just forget about it.
You'll get 2 of them 2 weeks from now.
Sound a little bit like Draco Malfoy right now.
You have no idea what we're talking
Doesn't
about,
matter.
Josh.
All I know is
You
that
have
it
none.
bothers you, and you should never. If something bothers you, don't ever let world-class antagonizers, instigators like me know. I'm the best in the world at what I do.
Don't we have something to read? Don't we have like audio to listen to?
You're not getting tagged in the next show tweet. It's going to be at Draco Malfoy. It is. Yikes.
What's the deal with this Draco person? Is
Yeah,
it a person? Is it a human?
Enters
Watch the
Hogwarts the
movies.
same time as Harry Potter. He's that primarily villain, not the biggest one. He's not Voldemort, but
He's a villain or he's a jerk?
he's both. He turns into a villain.
Oh. Like the little boy in The Incredibles that became a supervillain because he was not acknowledged.
Yeah. Draco was always bad, though. There was not an inciting incident, you think, in Draco's life. He just always was evil. As Jeanette, we're finding
Sounds
out
like
to
you,
be,
Jeanette.
Yeah.
Sounds like you.
I'm
Always
not
evil.
Yeah.
I'm not evil.
There's no
I'm
arc.
courageous.
Kind of.
I'm honest.
There's
I'm
no
a good
arc
person.
with you.
I'm a good person. What do you mean there's no arc?
It's a straight
I'm
line
a
of
huge
evil.
arc. I'm done. We're done.
All right, Draco. We'll get back to you. Meanwhile, you heard the joke. That was the original joke. Now you got
How did we get into
Chris Haynes from TNT attempting to recycle the joke last night on the NBA on TNT. Listen as this goes horribly wrong.
Hold up, somebody said something in my ear. Oh, wow, Shaq. You wouldn't believe who just asked about you. You know who just asked about you, Shaq?
Who?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh.
He's using the Charles joke on you. You didn't see that coming?
No, I didn't see that coming.
I did not see that one coming. I did. I saw it coming. I saw it coming.
Why is Chris Hayes there? Why is he there? What does he add? Is his uncle like the president of TNT Sports or his aunt or something?
He reminds me of like a mashed potato.
He reminds you of a mashed potato.
He's just like blip. He's like plopped there.
I
Do
don't
you know what we're
much.
talking about?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what he does. Like is he a true insider? He's not a good interview. He's not a good reporter.
That's what I'm
no
saying.
offense, Chris Hayes. No offense. You can get there one day, but I'm just trying to understand why you're there.
I don't have too many thoughts on him. I can't say anything with much
Exactly.
convincing on Haynes. But I'm not hating on him in this segment. I'm gonna leave that to you.
I'm not hating on him.
He just doesn't have a big personality.
He's not good at anything that he does.
I wouldn't say that. but-
Is that hating?
No hate. No,
I'm not hating. No, I'm
that's
not.
hating. Yeah, you're
I don't
hating,
want.
Josh.
I don't
You're
want his
hating.
job. I'm not saying that I can do his job better. I don't want his job. I'm saying that I'm not sure why he's there because he doesn't seem very proficient at what it is they have him doing. That's what I'm saying. And that joke was just awkward, where he's pushing on his earpiece and pretending he's getting news and information, and then you could see it coming from a mile away, and it bombed, and no one laughed. Was there one laugh?
No.
Did anyone laugh?
No, it's more of a acknowledging that there was a stolen joke.
I didn't even hear a laugh.
Stupid. It was so stupid.
I liked it, though.
You ain't Charles Barkley. Sorry.
I didn't hear anyone laugh. Play it again. Play it again. I didn't hear anyone even fake giggle.
Hold up, somebody said something in my ear. Oh, wow, Shaq. You wouldn't believe who just asked about you. You know who just asked about you, Shaq?
Who?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh.
He's using the Charles joke on you.
Oh.
You didn't see that coming?
No, I didn't see that coming.
There's a ha-ha, but it's
that
him.
one coming. I did. I saw it coming.
All right. So the ah-ha-ha laugh was Chris Haynes laughing his own joke.
So, and he probably prepared for this so much. He's probably like, oh, I know exactly what's going to break it. This is going to go viral. It's going to be great for him.
Yeah. All right. When we come back, the NFL's new salary cap is in. This number is how much? How much money will the NFL salary cap be, rather? And what does this mean for teams like the Kansas City Chiefs? We'll tell you when we come back in just a moment. But first, though, Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches. Spring training tomorrow. tomorrow. Jeanette's got details. She was there today.
Yeah, I was there all afternoon prepping, production. Hey, Travis Scott is going to be there tomorrow at the first game.
Yeah, what's he doing?
He's the ribbon cutting as Cacti Park is partnered with him in the fact that he owns Cacti Seltzer. So that's great. Tomorrow, the Washington Nationals hosting the Houston Astros. And then Sunday, the Houston Astros hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. And from there, just great games for a straight month. The Minnesota Twins are stopping by, the Phillies, the Red Sox, the Mets. Go to cactipark.com for more information and to buy your tickets, cactipark.com.
Is he throwing the first pitch tomorrow?
Yes, he's throwing the first pitch.
The last time I did that, I wound up choking Dean Thomas out.
I know. It was at a Houston Astros game last year.
In a rear naked choke. It was 2 years ago, I think, right? Wasn't it 22?
Yes, it was. I was there. And then we were all annoyed because you took too long, so we had to rush you out.
It rushed me out.
Yeah. It was a funny bit, but we were like, we got to go.
It wasn't funny. It bombed miserably. That's why it's a screensaver on my phone. If you look at my phone, it's a lock screen. It's me choking out Dean. I'll show the camera if you're watching us on YouTube right now because it's a reminder that, before you text something or call something or whatever, just remember that not every idea is a good idea. And that was Dean's idea, by the way. That was Dean's idea that I choke him out. The players look confused. Like, what is happening right now? We're back in moments. It's the home team for the ride home on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, I'm Ken Levicka, and your house is probably disgusting. In South Florida, your indoor air quality can suffer. You need EDS air conditioning. Allergy season, pollen, dust, pollutants all inside. EDS has a solution. Get a free home air quality assessment plus save $500 on an air purification bundle. EDS, an RGF Black Label dealer. That means EDS can help you with the new Remy Halo air purifier, cleaning your indoor air, even killing COVID-19. EDS says yes. Get a free home air quality assessment. Purify your air. Breathe better. EDSairconditioning.com.
Polo for Life is hosting its 9th annual Polo for a Purpose on Friday, March 1st at the National Polo Center in Wellington, one of the most anticipated events of the season. Guests will be treated to a special night of luau fun and the always electrifying polo match. While there will be no shortage of fun, the focus remains on providing support to families throughout South Florida fighting pediatric cancer. Please visit poloforlife.org or call 917-838-2074.
What you drive says a lot about you. And if what you're driving has the Ed Morse name on it, it says you expect a lot from your vehicle and even more from the people you bought it from. You see, at Ed Morse, we don't just sell vehicles, we stand behind them. And behind each and every one of the more than 2 million people who drive them. That's why we've been in business since 1946 and why every person who drives off our lot is backed by Morse.
Ed Morse proudly supports the Miami Dolphins. Make sure your next vehicle is backed by Morse. Visit edmorse.com today.
It's time for the biggest event on the Treasure Coast. Of course, it's the St. Lucie County Fair, featuring the wide-open PRCA Pro Rodeo, the Crash Demolition Derby, 17 ground attractions, livestock shows, and over 100 free things to see and do. And don't forget your Mega Pass, which is entry and unlimited rides every day of the fair for just $90. Or skip the ticket booths and get our new Turbo ticket, bundling gate and rides together. The fun starts February 23rd. Get tickets at stluciecountyfair.org.
It's the 4 o'clock hour on ESPN 106.3. Fueled by Celsius, essential energy drinks. This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 106.3.
We will have Twin Peaks fight picks coming up in just about 55 minutes from right now, but just know this, tomorrow the fighting gets underway 3 p.m. It is PFL versus Bellator champions. It is champ versus champ. We were at the press conference last month. This is a huge fight card, and then that leads into UFC fight night in Mexico. Where to watch, never recover, to watch all the fights. And by the way, the pay-per-view event is the PFL, Bellator. Watch it at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views, 29-degree beer, happy hour, made-from-scratch favorites, new cocktails, new dishes constantly. The Twin Peaks girls, the hospitality that is, And tomorrow, all the fights, no cover. Pembroke Pines, Davie, Cypress Creek, Hollywood, and of course, Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard in West Palm Beach. It is the ultimate guys lodge, the ultimate sports lodge. It is Twin Peaks. She would be the first lady of the Draconian Republic. Did I say his name right? What's his name? Draco Republic.
Who are you pointing at?
Oh,
Draco.
From House Slytherin.
I don't.
Jeanette Javier.
I don't.
The House of Slytherin?
Yeah, Slytherin. No G at the end.
Slytherin.
Now this is great because now my focus is not being compared to that terrible villain, but now that Josh has no idea what we were talking about.
I'm going to watch the movie this weekend.
No, you're not.
So I can torment you with it.
No, you're not.
NFL salary cap has been set, and get this number, $255.4 million. That's an unprecedented $30 million increase. That means the league is healthy. That means the league is making money. That means that players are getting paid.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
255.4 is an increase of $30 million, and for context, next year, each NFL team will probably receive over $400 million in national revenue from the league office. That's media rights, league sponsorship, etc., writes Joe Pompliano, who's a sports business expert. He's awesome. Meaning NFL teams are already up $150 million before any local revenue is calculated, minus expenses. How's that for a business model?
So do you
writes
think
Joe Pompliano.
Do you think this will be rising tide lifts all boats where everyone's going to make a little bit more money?
Yes.
Or if quarterback contracts will continue to skyrocket?
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody. Kansas City Chiefs now, because of the new salary cap number, will be able to keep L'Jarius Sneed and Chris Jones if they so choose.
Do you think it's part of the script?
Oh, so
Which script?
The only reason that the number went up is to keep the Chiefs in power?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's the plan. To stay on script. Exactly right. What script are you talking about? Oh, my bad. Coming up, we get into the cocktail hour in just moments. Who needs to focus on football and stop trying to be Stephen A. Smith? This according to a prominent lady of ESPN Morning TV. You will hear it. Plus, we got George Karl, 72 years of age, going to another level of petty and doing it on social media with a former player and a franchise favorite. I love when the old guys are like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. I don't care. George Karl almost died from cancer a couple times. I don't think he's too concerned about tagging former players in tweets to be petty. But you'll hear exactly what he said next. It's the home team on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3 WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
You're near 40 like I am. You feel off. People say, you're just getting old. What if there's a fix? Ken Levicki here, Elite Anti-Aging Center, because maybe it's not just old. Low testosterone, hormone imbalance. That could be why you aren't sleeping well. You lack energy and focus. Workouts are more difficult. Elite Anti-Aging Center. Get a free consultation. EliteAntiAgingCenter.com. Low T, hormone imbalance. Elite Anti-Aging Center specializes in helping you feel like you did in your 20s. Telemedicine and virtual visits available. Feel better. Elite Anti-Aging Center. EliteAntiAgingCenter.com.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen from the home team. Let's play a little game of question and answer. Who has the largest fleet of luxury vehicles in South Florida? A1A Limo. Who offers an on-time guarantee or your money back? A1A Limo. And whose drivers are background checked and average over 5 years of continuous service? A1A Limo. That's who. Whether it's for business or personal, from airport runs to nights on the town to games or concerts, A1A Limo is always the smart choice. Book now at A1ALimo.com. That's A1ALimo.com.
Professional athlete or not, you deserve the best care. Get back in the game with the all-pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. The same doctors who care for Florida Atlantic University Athletics and the Florida Panthers. But you don't need to be a professional athlete to go where the pros go. To learn more about the Baptist Health Orthopedic Care team, visit baptisthealth.net/orthocare. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
Feed into your mealtime cravings now at DQ Grill & Chill. All month long, get a 4-piece chicken strip basket for just $6.99. It comes with all white meat, seasoned chicken strips, crispy fries, Texas toast, and your choice of dipping sauce. While you're there, treat yourself to the blizzard of the month, the Caramel Fudge Cheesecake Blizzard. Or try another flavor like Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough, Oreo Hot Cocoa, or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Pod. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
ESPN West Palm and Humana are proud to recognize military veterans within our local community. Our Veteran of the Month is Joseph Scaramuzzino. Joseph served a total of 7 years in the U.S. military. While serving in the Navy, Officer Scaramuzzino received 2 Navy and Marine Achievement Medals for his outstanding achievement and meritorious service. After his duties in the military, Joseph went on to become a scuba diving instructor in Thailand and a construction project engineer in Sweden. The Florida native currently resides in West Palm Beach and serves as the Chief of Safety and Occupational Health for the West Palm VA Medical Center, planning, developing, and reviewing standard operation procedures for safety. Thank you for your service. Joseph Scaramuzzino is the Veteran of the Month presented by ESPN West Palm and Humana. Support your local military members and nominate a military veteran today at ESPNWestPalmVeterans.com.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen. When you are in need of any kind of auto repair, honesty and reliability are everything. Trust the home for honest, reliable service, St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Just like the name, St. Lucie Battery and Tire has all tire and battery brands in stock for cars, trucks, RV, marine, power sport, even golf carts. Major and minor service repairs, free tire pressure, and free battery checks. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Over 50 years in our community. 17 full-service locations, all the way from West Palm Beach to the Treasure Coast. Check them out at slbt.com. That's slbt.com.
Banyan Printing, your trusted printing, mailing, and signage partner in the Palm Beaches for over 45 years. Banyan Printing's new metallic ink press adds that extra shine so that your product comes out in glossy gold, sparkling silver, or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Our local PGA Tour event, the Cognizant Classic, is just around the corner, which means First Tee's Junior Clinic is as well. On Tuesday, February 27th, kids and teens are invited to the PGA National Resort and Spa for a fun afternoon of watching golf and an opportunity to meet a PGA Tour professional. The First Tee Junior Clinic will be held on the Champions Course driving range at 3:15. Free parking in the preferred parking lot next to Marsh Point Elementary School.
It's lights out in Miami. The 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix takes off May 3rd through the 5th. The 3-day event is filled with art, music, world-class cuisine, and of course, top-notch racing. Tickets are available now. Choose from a variety of grandstands, each with a fantastic track view that puts you right in the center of the action and gives you access to the full campus. Visit F1MiamiGP.com. That's F1MiamiGP.com today.
ESPN 106.3. This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 106.3.
It is the Home Team for the ride home, the weekend edition. Friday, Take a Knee Friday. Bud's Chicken and Seafood Fried Day. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, golden brown, perfection, fried to such. On a Bud's Chicken and Seafood Friday. Coming up, another 50 minutes of nonsense.
Nice.
Come waste your time with us.
Whee.
Remember the Home Team in ESPN 106.3, broadcasting live on ESPN 106.3, plus on the ESPN app. And always the simplest way, tell any smart speaker, your Alexa devices, your Google devices, whatever you got, play ESPN West Palm. Just tell it, play ESPN West Palm. We stream live. And by the way, on YouTube, we're also now video. Cameras, we got a director. You can watch us. You can see Jeanette's World Series ring.
She's cute.
You can also
She's glowing.
You can also see the disdain in me and C-Cat's face.
It's beautiful. My ring's prettier than both of y'all anyways. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it go.
It's a pretty good replica. I will say that.
It's a real thing. What are you talking about? So real, you almost wanted to steal it.
Pretty good replica.
You wish it got stuck on your knuckles.
YouTube, ESPN West Palm Play. hit subscribe. And do the same, by the way, wherever you get your podcasts for this show. We're begging you. Wherever you get your podcasts, punch in Josh Cohen, the home team, hit subscribe. The show will be automatically delivered to you. Don't take up any storage. Won't take up any space. Don't worry about that. It's free. And you can listen when you want, where you want. Hours 1 and 2 cut up. Commercial breaks are cut out. And you can pause it, rewind it, as you so choose. What did Frank Sinatra say about the cocktail hour, Christian?
It's the cocktail hour. Jeanette, Javier, welcome to House Slytherin.
Oh, wow. That's a
It's the
Harry
cocktail
Potter
hour.
reference.
For me, it is right now.
That's hurtful.
Watch back or listen back to the first hour.
Draco.
Josh, I was going to feel this
What a nerd.
but you completely ruined that for CCAT. You trying to figure out what it meant and then go with, you piece it together and go, oh, Harry Potter reference.
That's a Harry Potter reference because most of the audience aren't nerds.
No, I
like
think
you two.
No, but Harry Potter had a chokehold on us millennials.
I
dude.
bet more if I were to ask, and again, my Twitter is not representative of the show's audience, but I bet more members of the audience are aware of Harry Potter than are not.
Yeah.
And I think more are probably seen it than not seen it. It might be 51-49. Whether they remember that character or not, I'm not sure. But I'll certainly ask on Twitter. Twitter audience different than the radio audience.
I actually think more people know the character than have watched all of the movies or read all the books.
I would agree with that statement.
Well, I'm not talking about all the movies or the books. Just the one in which this character appears for the first time.
I'm so House Gryffindor.
I bet more people have seen Harry Potter than seen all of the films. I bet it tails off to each one that you add. That's just how things work.
Yeah, right. But if
more people have seen the first one than have seen all of them, and more people have seen the first 3 than have seen the first 4.
I would agree with that statement.
That's just how it works.
But you're really weird if you've seen the first
Because you
3
can't
and haven't
see
finished it.
1, 2, and 4 without having seen 3. You understand what I'm saying? It's just simple mathematics.
Okay.
Okay. Cocktail hour being presented by Bud's Chicken and Seafood. I went to Bud's on Wednesday night. Whew. Bud's is so good. I try to get through the read without my mouth watering. Never happens. Water every time. Just salivated right there. Crispy, crunchy, juicy, golden brown, fried perfection. Listen, you guys work hard, and you got commutes, and traffic sucks, and sometimes your kids do too, and being home is, Bud's is kind of comfort food for the soul. Bud's is a reward for making it through another day or work week. Take care of yourself. You know what your soul wants? Bud's. Chicken tenders that are made of tenderloin. USDA classified tenderloin. Fried shrimp and fish and seafood. For a limited time, Seafood Fest at Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Means jumbo, butterfly, coconut shrimp. Fried crab cakes. Oysters, oyster dinner. Best fried fish sandwich anywhere. Fried chicken, voted best fried chicken in Palm Beach County. Family owned, family operated, they are the American dream. Bud's Chicken and Seafood remains the American dream. If you love America and what it stands for, you will love Bud's Chicken and Seafood. The grandkids run the restaurant. This Bud started in 1957. And here we are all these years later, the same commitment to community and family and great food. Your food, by the way, is made after you order. So, just so you know, it's like fresh. Order ahead. Order for delivery. Order to pick it up so it's there ready when you get there. Go to budschicken.com. Budschicken.com. Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Yum.
What did you order Wednesday night?
I'm glad you asked.
Take me through it, Josh. Take me through it.
I'm going to hold back on my saliva. So
Okay.
the girlfriend was with me. She's in town. And she loves Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Actually went there last spring for her birthday lunch.
Aw.
As a matter of fact. And Bud's, they had a whole thing for her. They had a hat for her. They had a sash for her. They had a candle for her to put in the fudge brownie they do with the powdered sugar.
Too cute.
We did crab cakes. We did a dinner. We did the chicken fingers and fish dinner. So that meant 2 of the famous Bud's Chicken and Seafood fingers and 2 pieces of fish. and crinkle cut fries and 2 corn fritters and mac and cheese. That's all one dinner.
That's incredible.
That's a lot of food for $12.
That's incredible.
That's a lot of food for $12. It feeds 2 people.
You had a 3-course meal.
We had crab cakes on top of the Bud's chicken and seafood, and they're fried, by the way. So it's not like the baked and like it's all inside. So there's that. The fried chicken fingers and the fried fish, the crinkle cut fries, the mac and cheese with hot sauce on that, corn fritters. And what else did we get? Oh, and brownies. Fudge brownies.
You know, Josh, one of the first 10 words I think of when I think of Josh Cohen is Bud's, for Bud's Chicken and Seafood. So because of that, do you have like a Bud's black card that like you can't share with anybody, but that's yours?
I wish. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be buying us. You'd be bringing us to your little dinner excursions, to your 3-course meals.
I caught a glimpse of myself. I know the microphone's kind of in the way on our YouTube channel.
Are you checking yourself out?
Shout out to Ernesto, who's a big listener to the station, because they were talking on LaVicka, Stone, and Theo, and what do they call themselves? The Zany Lunch Bunch?
It's Ken LaVicka Live, yeah.
Ken LaVicka Live.
Yeah.
That's what the show's called. I think that's what it used to be called. I think it's different now.
Get your facts straight. I don't know.
Okay, you're probably right. Anyway, they do a Zany lunch brunch show. It's the Brunch Boys. That's what it is. Or the Brunch Bees. So those 3. And they were talking about like who's the pretty one or who's the prettiest. And Ernesto, right? That's his name.
Yep.
He said that, sorry, fellas, but JC's jawline.
Whoa.
See that right there? They caught you with that jawline. So good looking out, Ernesto. Appreciate you.
That would hurt my feelings if it was someone that not on the show got the shout out like that.
What do you mean?
Like that wasn't one of your options.
No,
right?
it wasn't.
We asked for 3 of you, and you come out of left field with JC.
Because he's honest. Because he's honest. He recognizes the need to put those boys in their place. Theo's a kind of a good-looking guy. Ken is adorable, but Ken looks like Butters from South Park. You can't see Butters from South Park and not think little Ken LaVicka.
Why would you do that to him?
Look at Ken's eyes. Look at Ken's cute little facial features. Ken LaVicka,
my God, why would you do that to him?
Ken LaVicka's adorable, but is he not Butters from South Park?
Never was a South Park viewer.
Do you see it?
Yes, that's why I'm disbelief. You know, when you make a comparison and you can't unsee it. Yeah. Congratulations, Josh. You just did it with Ken and Butters.
Remember when Butters fell asleep? Remember when Butters fell in love with the girl Mercedes that worked at Raisins? Raisins.
I used to watch a lot of South Park.
That was hilarious. And then you got Stone Labanowitz. Stone is a good-looking kid. Stone's pretty. He's got sparkly blue eyes. Stone is a pretty boy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty. But as far as masculine, like
prettier than Theo?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
No.
Theo's a handsome young man, but Stone is pretty. I don't see Theo as pretty. I see Theo as handsome.
I flip that.
Ken LaVicka is adorable. He's a South Park character.
I'm with C-Cat with that too. Like, yeah, Theo is like the super handsome one.
No,
Stone's the cute one.
Don't get carried away with super now. Turn her mic off. We'll sit in the bathroom. Stone has pretty twinkly blue eyes, and he's got Stone.
You're crushing on him.
Stone looks like Iga Swiatek, the Polish tennis player. They look like the same person. Theo is handsome. He's a handsome young man. And Ken is adorable little Butters. Ken looks like a South Park character with his big blue eyes. And
it's terrible.
He does.
It's true. It's true. Right. That's the issue.
They don't got the jawline. They don't got the, angular, masculine. Like, look at my nose. Like, it goes one way. There's one profile and then another profile. I got 2 different.
Do you have a good side and a bad side?
No. I got 2 bad sides. I got a bad side and a worse side. I don't got a good side. You got a good side?
No. Not at all.
You
got a bad side? I do, because I get worse the shaving irritation on one side of my neck than the other. So I guess my good side is the side the camera gets.
Your beard right now looks like maybe you're from Dagestan.
Yeah, I do this thing where I'm lazy. I don't want to shave, so I do it every Monday morning. And then it gets progressively
for the whole
worse.
Week?
Yeah, unless there is a big event on Friday, then I'll shave Friday morning. But yeah.
I'm surprised you guys didn't compliment my side. Like, it's both.
Do you have a good side?
Both of them.
Don't want to objectify you.
So you have a good side and a better side?
Yes.
We don't want to objectify you, Draco. From the Harry Potter movies.
Was that necessary?
Yeah, great reference, Josh.
Was that necessary?
I don't know anything about her or him. Is it a him?
It's a him.
It's a him.
This was so unnecessary.
And he's a villain. You should embrace that. You're kind of a villain.
I know I am, but not Draco.
Who do you want to be? What villain do you want to be?
I don't know.
Cruella DeVille?
I love Cruella DeVille.
Okay, that's you then. You get to be that.
Thank you.
Who needs to focus on football? Stop trying to be Stephen A. Smith. This according to a prominent lady on ESPN Morning TV. Take a listen to Kimberly Martin. She goes off on none other than Micah Parsons on Get Up. Listen.
Here's the problem. Mike is 24 years old, and he's a Dallas Cowboy. Like, that is the problem. Like, it's just too much talking too often from a young player on a team that consistently underachieves with such high expectations.
Listen.
But if you just look at it just in a vacuum, that's gold.
It's brilliantly funny, and it's great content, and far be it for me to be complaining about things that give us stuff to show you and talk about. But the reality is, Micah Parsons needs to be worried about trying to be the next Lawrence Taylor, not the next Stephen A. Smith. He may have a wonderful career as the next Stephen A. Smith. That can start in 10 or 15 years. It doesn't need to start right now.
I feel so vindicated and verified by these guys. All this week, people have said the things that I was saying or saying that they were saying. Emmitt Smith, remember, talking to Micah. So I feel for the first time like I know what the hell I'm talking about.
I don't know. Just because Kimberly Martin and Greeny co-sign on it doesn't make it a statement of fact. If you heard that from Mike McCarthy or Jerry Jones, then I'd high-five you and do a chest bump.
But do you not agree with what they're saying?
Not 100%, no. I think you can break the mold. I think Micah Parsons could be a generational defender, and he's going to break some of the laws with that.
I want to apologize to the audience on YouTube watching us on the ESPN West Palm Play channel because I should have warned you. I should have gave you a little sexy alert because I just did apply my chapstick onto my lips.
Ooh.
And without warning anyone, and I don't want to get people too excited because I know the gesture of seeing me do that could get you a little bit, it's a little.
We're going to slow that down and post that in slow-mo for the folks who didn't catch a show.
And play the saxophone from George Michael, Careless Whisper.
No, don't ruin that song.
Is that a
you don't know that song? That is.
I prove that I do know the song.
You want to do it with me? Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
This is way better than actually playing it.
That's my favorite drunk karaoke song.
Okay, there are words to it.
That's my favorite drunk karaoke song, so I can sing it to you.
How many people do you think she's ruined that song for? How many people like, remember that time we went to the karaoke bar and that obnoxious girl ruined the song?
I'll give you a taste of it. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty.
Thank you very much. Her mic is now off. Speaking of petty, 72-year-old George Karl did this on Twitter to a former player and a franchise favorite, tagging him in his petty post. I want you to hear it explained by the young lady from Bleacher Report who puts it all in its proper context. Take a listen.
Nikola Jokic is causing some serious beef between two Nuggets greats.
Yeah, he is.
But none of it is actually Jokic's fault. Carmelo Anthony and former Nuggets head coach George Karl have taken the word petty to a whole different level. At one point in time, Melo owned the number 15 on the Nuggets. He thought they should have retired the number. But when the now two-time MVP joined the Nuggets back in 2015, they decided number 15 was the number for him. Melo thought them giving Jokic the number was a way for them to try and erase what he did. Now, yesterday, George Karl tweeted, "Happy birthday to the champ, the ultimate team guy, and the greatest player to wear number 15 in Denver hoops history." You'd think that is the most direct form of shade that anyone could possibly throw. But Karl took it up a notch, and he actually tagged Melo so that he knew that he was actually talking about him. Simply unhinged. Karl doesn't disagree that Melo had a serious impact on Nuggets history. He said Melo actually saved pro hoops in Denver. He said two jerseys can hang in the rafters together in Denver. He said it's not black and white, which I guess is true, but come on.
George Karl says, no, you're a great player. Your number should be retired. It could hang in the rafters. But I just want to point out the team guy aspect. I want to point this out. And in doing so, I'm just going to tag you in me wishing the greatest player to ever wear the number in franchise history a happy birthday. It's petty. It's also him kind of teaching Carmelo a lesson, if you will. It's a coach saying, yeah, I'm still your coach, and so here, have some of this.
Yeah, petty is better when it's not being done for the sake of being petty.
Correct.
I don't think George Karl knows what the word petty is or never used it in a sentence before. He just did that action because that's what George Karl wanted to wake up and do that day.
George Karl...
He wanted violence.
He woke up and chose violence.
100%.
As they said about the pink suit guy that day. What George Karl wanted to do was just say, yeah, I'm going to be real clear on this. And just so you guys don't have to be like, oh, at Carmelo, look what he wrote. I'm going to tag him myself. I like it. I like tagging the man and making him aware of what you're saying. But at the same time, you are kind of poking, the bear.
It's that phrase or whatever they say that, don't say it behind my back, say it in front of my face.
Correct.
And that's the way of doing it on social media.
And he's not insulting Carmelo. And he's not necessarily, being petty for the sake of, as C-Cat said. He is merely letting the world know that you guys can argue and talk and debate all the time I'm going to declare this man as such, and I'm going to include the other guy so he knows exactly where I stand as well.
Mm-hmm. He never coached Jokic.
No.
He coached Melo, so he knows Melo a lot more than he does Jokic, but he made that decision.
Correct. He's also 72 and a multiple-time cancer survivor. And after that, a lot of people I just don't care. And he had throat cancer, too, by the way.
Yeah, you survived
so much. Which is a horrible, burning, awful way to have cancer, which means he also didn't eat food forever. So, yeah, if you want to survive that and then tweet and say, happy birthday to the greatest player ever in franchise history to wear this number, and then tag the other dude who wore the number, I got no problem with it.
Yeah, that sounds like a dig that you'd hear on NBA on TNT with a Shaq versus Chuck debate. But I don't know if that relationship is actually there with Carmelo and George Karl.
I'm sure it isn't.
That would make all the sense.
I'm sure
we're just having fun with them.
No, I'm sure it isn't. I'm sure it isn't a funny ha-ha. I'm sure it's more of a case of I just want to make you aware so others don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna state this right now. I'm gonna make this clear. And by the way, you don't got to tag him. I just did.
Send him that tweet and walk in the park or whatever George Karl does nowadays. Now that he's retired.
Walk in the park sounds great.
You should do it right now. Come back about 6.
I'm going to happy hour after this.
More petty. The petty parade continues on a home team Friday, a Bud's Chicken and Seafood Fried Day. Shannon Sharp was on with the streamer Kai Cenat, who, I'm sorry, you're shaking your head. Am I not saying his name right?
Because I corrected you 2 days ago and today, and you're purposely saying the name wrong. It's a sign of disrespect.
How is this streamer pronounce his name? I could not care less possibly about this dude or streamers.
Kai Cenat. Simple.
Kai Cenat. And what does he do? He plays video games and lets people watch?
Yeah. People like the reactions. People reuse his reactions for their own purpose. Yeah.
So he's a dramatic dude who streams himself on Twitch, got millions of followers, and now he makes a living from it.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Good for him.
What I wouldn't give to be 16 right now. Start
seriously?
Because I'd be a multi streamer / YouTube channel.
Esports professional athletes or whatever they're called.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would be.
Wouldn't go that far. Shannon Sharp had to shut down old Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Kai Cenat is talking about how he could really play, how he could really hoop. He played in the celebrity game of the All-Star Weekend, and someone put together a highlight package that shows him begging for the ball and not getting it, and then him getting back late, and then dudes blowing past him. He goes on with Shannon Sharp, and he's talking about how he can really play, and he's got a highlight package. He's got video to verify this. Problem is, when you see the highlights, it's very apparent that he's playing against kids. Listen to what Shannon Sharp says to poor Kai Cenat, the streamer guy, who really believes he can play basketball. Listen.
Look at this, bro. I don't think you've seen this, bro, but this is me before the game, like the day before, bro. Like, look. Look.
Oh, man, okay. Oh, you got your game face on for real.
Yes, bro.
Oh, he was practicing.
But here comes the kids.
Bro, I got my own highlights.
Here comes the kids.
Ready.
I need to see the ball going in,
Ready?
Kai. I don't see no ball going in. I see you handling. Kai, you playing kids, bro.
No. They almost 13.
No, Kai. Ain't no way. That kid had on Pampers.
That kid had on Pampers.
But they hoop.
What you mean they hoop?
They hoop. Now they hoop, bro.
I don't know who this streamer is. I don't like him already.
He's annoying.
I don't know who he is. I don't like him. So they're showing him be all serious, get his game face on, and okay, I see you. I see you with your game face. All right, good. But then as soon as the highlights begin, it's him trying to cross over on a child, and then you hear Shannon go, Kai, those are children. No, dude, they're almost 13. They're almost 13. And then Shannon Sharp with the line of the year. That kid was wearing Pampers.
I've never heard somebody say bro so often.
Was it bro?
Kai Cenat said literally
Is he
bro.
saying bro or bo?
Bro.
I think it's bro.
Bro. Come on, bro. I can hoop, bro. I can hoop, bro.
He's foreign, right? He's from the continent of Africa or something?
I don't know, but he was also the guy that got dunked over in the dunk contest over the weekend. So that's why he was also in the news.
Right. He's a big deal.
It's like 5'3". So
he said, no, they're almost 13.
Bro.
Which is, the almost 13 is hilarious as a comeback, as a defense. But then Shannon Sharp with that kid was wearing Pampers, I lost it. Yeah. I was like, okay, just right now. At that point, you have to kill your feed and be like, oh, we had technical issues.
This was fun.
You got to bail on the interview.
I think he's self-aware, though. I think he's saying that on purpose. I don't want to sell him short because that statement is ludicrous.
He's 20-something years old, though.
Yeah, and saying, obviously, it's
those
not.
Kids, they're almost 13. Those kids I was balling on are almost 13.
What are you doing? Nah, nothing can go in his way in this piece. No.
Wait, what?
Nothing can go in Kai Cenat's way in this.
Did you know what the hell she was saying?
No.
Jeanette.
Oh,
what the hell did you just say?
Run it by us again, please.
Nothing can go in Kai Cenat's way in this take. Like, you failed miserably.
Today's edition of
What the hell did you just say?
is proudly being presented by Truist. When you start with Care, you get a different bank, you get a better bank. You get Truist is what you get. For your checking and your savings, your credit cards, mortgages, loans, investments, all your banking needs. What people say doesn't matter. What they do says everything. Truist has shown us the meaning of care. Time and time again in our communities since before pandemic straight through today. Visit a branch, feel the love. Check them out online, see what I mean. TRUIST.com. When you start with Care, you get a different and a better kind of bank. You get Truist. Shout out Jason and the team at Truist. Holler at your boy. Today's edition came. Normally, the what the hell did you just say is a soundbite. It's not delivered live by a member of the show. So congratulations, Jeanette.
Thank you.
It's history.
You're welcome.
It's like a live performance.
I'm just here to, continue breaking ground and barriers and ceilings and all the things.
Since we're on the Petty Fest, the Friday Petty Parade, it is time for me to show my petty. I want you to take a listen to this home run call on Northeastern University with the home run. I forget who they're playing, but take a listen as this happens. Listen to the excitement in the announcer's voice.
It's an effective way to defend your opponent as Lane drills this one to left field, and that ball is out of here. A solo home run, first of the season for Alex Lane on the first offering from Trevor Lawn. And it is 8-7. Northeastern back in front.
And let it breathe. My question is, C-Cat, what were you thinking when you called that play right there?
That
Wait,
wasn't me.
that wasn't you?
That wasn't me,
Oh,
no.
damn. I thought that was C-Cat on the call.
I would have felt terrible.
That was a
'cause
good
I'm just
misdirection.
laughing the whole time at this guy's call.
I thought that was, didn't you think that was C-Cat on the call?
It could be. I can so see
There's a
C-Cat
fly
doing
ball, and that's a home run.
that. Congratulations.
Northeastern's back in front.
Let's see your baseball tape. You're the first one to pick apart every single call, every single time.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's J-Will. He's pulling a J-Will.
Guarantee you. If you want me to call, what do you call? Kaiser Baseball? What do you call?
I don't call anything.
I thought you did some baseball play-by-play.
Yeah, I did Kaiser last week.
Okay. If you want, I'll come do an inning, and I'll show you that I can do it. It's really, baseball calling play-by-play is not difficult. It's coloring it in with information that's relevant to the players, the game, the history, etc. So I don't have any of that. But as far as high and away, ball two,
If you guys want to
I got you covered. The pitch is on the way. The 2-0 pitch on the way, taken high. 3 balls and no strikes. I got that. I did call Orioles, Yankees. I called an inning of Orioles, Yankees back in the day from Camden Yards. I'll see if I can find that videotape for you so you can hear me on it. But there was a weird break in the play, which caused me then to have to check the out-of-town scoreboard and list scores from other action happening around the American League.
I was to help settle this. I'm more than happy to have you guys over at Cacti Park for a Houston Astros game, and then somebody can do half an inning, and then somebody does the other half, and we can play both audios.
You can make that call.
You can make that call. You can
get us kick somebody out of the booth.
You can get us in the booth to call that.
Oh no, I was just saying you guys can sit next, like somewhere in the ballpark. I'm not kicking anybody off the booth.
That's what it
for
sounded
you
like.
guys know.
There's a high fly ball, deep left center field, back to the wall. It's caught. It's out, number 2. I'm Christian Cat. Follow me on Instagram. See Cat Sports.
I had a good call last Wednesday.
Did you? Did you yell Mamma Mia?
No Mamma Mia's.
You got to make Mamma Mia. That's a spicy meatball. That's got to be your signature call.
That needs to be your line.
That's
C-Cat.
a spicy meatball.
If something called for it, listen, I had the Mamma Mia ready to go. Nothing called for it. Don't want to overuse Mamma Mia.
I feel like you have done dummy tapes, like you've done, play-by-play on top of actual Major League Baseball video, and just to show like your wares. And there's been like a Shohei Ohtani home run, and you've yelled, "Sayonara!"
No, I wouldn't put myself past that.
Can you not see him doing
100%.
Sayonara!
Hasta la vista, baby. Something like that.
No, not for Ohtani.
It's because he's Japanese.
Oh, I was just saying overall.
Turn off her mic. Go sit in the bathroom.
I wouldn't put myself past that, though. I didn't do it, but I wouldn't put my nose up to that.
Got it. Okay, good. When we come back, we got an NHL ref who told the entire arena what on a hot microphone. Plus, Jeanette is back in the hot seat for a Cosmo quiz. Is Jeanette a commitment phobe?
Oh,
We've seen a pattern of behavior, and we are going to find out if, in fact, it is the case that she just is afraid of commitment, which may very well prove to be the case. We'll find out coming up in just a second.
Wow.
First, though, F1 Miami, the Grand Prix, returning to in and around Hard Rock Stadium. It's lights out in Miami, the 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix, May 3rd through the 5th. 3-day event with music, art, world-class cuisine, experiences, shopping, celebrities, and of course, the greatest racing on the planet. Tickets are available right now. Choose from a variety of seating options, grandstands with a fantastic track view, putting you right in the middle of the action. And there's elevated levels of experience and hospitality as well. All tickets give you access to the full campus. The 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix, May 3rd through the 5th. Visit F1MiamiGP.com. That's F1 MiamiGP.com.
That's really good.
Thank you so much. 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix, May 3rd through the 5th. The last one. That car's slow.
Oh, okay.
He's in the very back.
Oh, so this is the same track and the same round. Okay,
There's
gotcha.
There's a whole bunch, and then just that dude's last place.
Yeah, he's losing.
There, you got it. We come back. How much of a commitment phobe is Jeanette?
I don't know. I told you guys I was actually ready to commit once, and then he broke up with me, so this is weird. I don't
Someone
like this.
broke up with you? That's so weird.
It is weird.
Can you imagine that being the case? Can you imagine that happening?
The one time I committed to something.
It's the home team on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
With all the new people moving here recently, we thought it'd be a good idea to explain International Diamond Center. If you've lived here a while, you already know this, so bear with us. International Diamond Center, also known as IDC, is not an ordinary jewelry store. It was started decades ago by a major East Coast diamond supplier, Keith LeClaire. Keith had international connections with diamond cutters and would sell diamonds to upscale jewelry stores. Then he decided to start selling direct to the public at prices that undercut traditional jewelers in a big way. This no middleman approach caught on big, and now IDC is one of the largest and most successful jewelers in America, still providing exceptional quality and astonishing value. So if you've just moved here from New York or California or wherever, know that IDC is the area's go-to place for diamonds, fine designer jewelry, and Swiss timepieces. Just be prepared to be a little shocked when you see how great our values are, especially compared to where you came from. International Diamond Center. Just another great reason you made the move south. Get details, directions, store hours, and more at shopidc.com.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the lives of the customers they serve in the South Florida community. See how at PNC.com. You are listening to ESPN 106.3.
In celebration of the 10th anniversary, Disney's Frozen is coming to podcasting with a brand new story. The Frozen podcast features Anna.
I want to know about that.
Elsa.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Olaf.
I don't get it.
And Kristoff.
Are we going on another adventure?
Oh, no.
Of course. Experience Disney Frozen Forces of Nature. Available now on your favorite podcast app.
Tax day is coming.
Oh, no.
But if you sign up for Robinhood Gold's IRA with a 3% match, you can get up to $195 for the 2023 tax year.
Oh, yeah.
Sign up at Robinhood.com/boost by tax day to get the biggest contribution match on the market. Subscription fees apply.
Investing involves risk. 3% match requires gold for 1 year from first match. Must keep IRA for 5 years. Robinhood Financial, LLC, member SIPC.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen here to tell you about my favorite place to buy a vehicle. Go see my friends over at Ed Morse Automotive Group. They've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. That's right, inventory is back. So you can shop, test drive Cadillacs, Toyotas, Hondas, Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, and quality pre-owned vehicles. Every vehicle is backed by Morse at 5 convenient locations throughout South Florida. Family owned and operated since 1946. Let me tell you, this is the place you want to do business. See for yourself at edmorse.com. Remember, you're always backed by Morse.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
Spring is in full swing, and the New York Mets are back at Clover Park in Port St. Lucie. Come see the New York Mets take on the St. Louis Cardinals, Detroit Tigers, and Subway City rival New York Yankees this spring training season. Single game tickets, 10-game flex packs, and season tickets are all available. stluciemets.com. Baseball hits different here. Let's go Mets.
All right, sports fans, let's get ready for some world-class soccer action. The MLS Showdown is happening, and it's happening right in your backyard at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Come see him for yourself, the greatest of all time, the legendary goal scorer. Watch him create real magic, and after the game, indulge in a winning lineup of eats, drinks, and adventures in greater Fort Lauderdale. It's the perfect match. So make a fast break to visit Lauderdale.com and check out some travel tips to score some goal-worthy fun in the vibrant heart of greater Fort Lauderdale.
We are proud of our parents. Want to know why? Because they work for the school district of Palm Beach County. There's lots of great jobs with paid vacation, holidays off, healthcare, and retirement. You can be on the same schedule as your kids. Come work at the school district of Palm Beach County. You'll see why it's your best choice.
Join us at the Team Palm Beach Schools Job Fair. Register at palmbeachschools.org/job fair. That's palmbeachschools.org/job fair.
Did you miss this?
New York Yankee legend Alfonso Soriano. Just hanging out with Theo in the Dominican Republic.
Alfonso Soriano. He and his wife need a ride.
He had one of the most unmistakable batting stances in all of baseball.
Yes. Back then is when I used to play the Major League Baseball video games, and I would trade for this dude, and I don't want them driving that golf cart.
It's LaVicka, Theo, and Stone.
For a chance to hang with Alfonso Soriano, I almost moved to the Dominican Republic.
Weekdays at noon on ESPN 106.3.
You're listening to ESPN 106.3, presented by Rubenstein Law. 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Car accident, truck accident, Uber or Lyft accident, or slip and fall? Call Rubenstein Law. Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL and visit one of our offices throughout Florida.
ESPN 106.3. This is Josh Cohen and the Home Team. Listen live worldwide on any smart speaker by saying play ESPN West Palm. This is ESPN 106.3.
On a Bud's Chicken and Seafood Friday, we're not far away from our Twin Peaks fight picks. I talked to Ian Parker earlier today. He's got a busy day in front of him tomorrow. On television all day. PFL, Bellator champs. Then he's got, I got to sneeze.
Bless you.
Bless
Been
you.
soon tight.
He's got UFC.
Only twice, though. Can't sneeze more than 3 times.
No, I tried to do it just once.
Good.
I don't really sneeze too often on the air. For some reason, I just had to.
Well.
Anyway, we'll get our Twin Peaks fight picks out the way to you. This NHL ref that told the entire arena this on a hot mic, there's more of this. NHL refs seem to be doing this more often. It's hilarious. It's memorable. And I wonder if NBA refs are going to start to do the same thing.
Yeah, the standard used to be if you don't know their name, they're probably a good referee. I'll be tilting it a little bit. Put your own flair or style on things as an official.
Starting to make it their own.
Yeah.
Like the one guy who said 5 minutes for fighting. Remember the one NHL ref that went full-on Bruce Buffer? Fighting!
There was one who is my favorite tagline on social media that I have on mine. He went, "Not right now, I'm talking to America here." Remember that one?
Yes, NFL.
It was NFL. It was an
NFL.
NFL game. Not right now, I'm talking to America here.
Yeah, it was a Thursday night game where he said, "Hold on, I'm talking to the nation. I'm talking to the country or the nation."
It's to America. I quote it on my social media.
Okay, so he said America. It was a Thursday night game. I forget who the official was, but you know who he is. Anyways, we'll get into that in just a second. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. What a great company. What a great family-owned business. What a great family, first of all. You got to love businesses in the Palm Beaches and Treasure Coast that have been family-owned and operated that beat the major corporations. Because what it says is, hey, we've taken on the big guys and we stay in business because we take care of our neighbors and then they take care of us. Who would you rather have supplying you batteries for vehicles, tires, doing your brakes, your AC, major, minor service repair, oil changes? Some major corporation where employees come and go and nobody knows really what they are. They don't care. Or people that work for a family. They're keeping the legacy and the tradition of that family in place. That's how you become the home of honest and reliable service. And they've been doing it since 1970. If you need an oil change, they can get you in and out faster and cheaper than the dealership where your vehicle came from. If you need batteries, and I'm not talking about just cars and trucks, but RVs, golf carts, ATVs, side-by-sides, they got batteries for everything. Tires for everything. I got an oil change from St. Lucie Battery and Tire in 1998. They're the home of honest, reliable service. My brother-in-law's a mechanic. He's got a garage, but he's back in upstate New York. So when you don't have family in the business or they're far away, St. Lucie Battery and Tire is like having family. Because you know there's people looking out for you the same way. Go to slbt.com. 17 locations, West Palm, all the way through the Treasure Coast. Means there's one close to you. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. slbt.com, home of honest, reliable service since 1970. So there was a challenge on a goal that was not called a goal because it appeared to be a high stick from which the puck ricocheted into the net in a 4-0 game regardless. The referee reviewed, because there was a challenge if the goal was scored, and then he comes back to center ice to let everybody know, including the TV audience, of whether it's a goal or not a goal. Remember, it was called no goal on the ice. Mm-hmm. That's how they function in the NHL. Take a listen to what he told the arena. And by the way, everyone watching on TV as well, I've never quite seen this before, but it is absolutely hilarious.
If he hits it with his stick above his head, you're not going to like it, but the call on the ice was correct. No goal. Yeah, that's some good description there from Garrett Rank.
He did not pause. He did not wait between you're not going to like it, but you're not going to like it, but the call on the ice stands. Now, we cut it, so he just says you're not going to like it. Listen.
You're not going to like it.
And we're going to put that. Gonna like it. And we're going to put that at the top of the intro to the show, where it says, this is Josh Cohen the Home Team. You're not going to like it on ESPN 106.3.
Or maybe include the but before, like, you're not going to like it, but this is Josh Cohen and the Home Team.
Oh, wow.
You can do that too.
Bravo.
Yeah, you can do that also. Hilarious.
Absolutely.
I need to hear it one more time in its entirety. Because there are people that bet the over in this game, or they're live wagering, and they got, minus 3.5, 4.5 goals, whatever. And plus 3.5, 4.5. So people are still very interested in this counting. Obviously, it's the home team that thought they scored, even though it wasn't ruled as such on the ice. You can hear the crowd disappointed. I'm surprised there wasn't more laughter with the preface of you're not going to like it, but listen.
If he hits it with his stick above his head, you're not going to like it, but the call on the ice was correct. No goal. Yeah,
so he's aware. It's like he's talking to his kids. It reminds me of a dude who's telling his kids, you're not going to like it, but we're driving to your grandmother's house in an hour. Pack your bags. Get ready now.
Well, I don't know if this is good about my relationship, but when I have to ask my girlfriend a favor and I call her on the phone,
you're not going to like it,
but could you please pick up my food I just ordered on the way home?
It's almost like when someone calls you and says, are you sitting down?
No,
yes. Like, no, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Yes,
don't do that. Don't do that. Are you driving right now? Are you sitting down? He's letting them know. Then he's tearing the Band-Aid off.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
He's like, no pause.
Right. All he had to do was skid out there and be like, the call on the field, the call on the ice stands.
When you're holding,
that's all he had to say. All he had to say was the call on the ice stands.
When you're holding a big,
you're not going to like it. But
the opposite of that is, I believe the NHL official that does the 2 minutes for fighting, the same guy who did that also had kind of a call where it was like, and the call on the ice stands.
Oh, he was very secret.
Yes, exactly. He kind of held him edge of your seat.
Ruben stuttered. You are back next week.
Gordon Ramsay does that with Hell's Kitchen all the time.
I never watched the show.
I'm obsessed with Gordon Ramsay.
Really?
I love him.
He's built quite a brand for himself.
1,000%.
He's built quite a brand for himself.
Yes, Chef.
Yes, yes. Time for the Cosmo quiz. Is Jeanette a commitment phobe? Let's get it started. All right, we're using this music today. All right, we're changing it up a little bit. All right, question number 1, CCAT. Go ahead. There's 5 questions on the Cosmopolitan quiz to find out if Jeanette is in fact a commitment phobe. You don't like commitment.
No.
But are you afraid of it?
I think so, yes.
We're about to find out. CCAT, begin.
Question number 1. On the way to a blind date, you're most likely thinking, option A, if nothing else, at least I'll be honing my flirting skills. Option B, setups never ever work. This is going to be a total waste of time.
C, I'm going to order the most expensive thing on the menu and a big dish to take home with me.
Option C, I wonder if he's a good kisser.
B.
So on the way to a blind date, you're mostly likely thinking, setups never ever work. Total waste of time.
Absolutely.
All right. Question number 2. Christian.
In a relationship, you tend to be the type who, option A, keeps it in when you're annoyed with your man. Why bother arguing?
Oh, hell no. Are you serious? You know who you're talking to?
Option B. Can get a little emotional when you're upset, but what girl doesn't? Cosmo's words, not mine. Option C. Thrives on drama. Loud fights are just fine because they are followed by make-up sex.
Ooh.
Oh, that's that last sign.
All right, question number 3.
I'm going to go with B because I went to therapy, so I'm a little
Keep
more
going. Keep going. Question number 3.
You have plans with the guy you're dating on Friday evening, but your closest friends schedule a rowdy girls' night out for the same time. Option A, reschedule with the guy. Men come and go, but your crew will last forever. Option B, you're tempted to cancel, but you don't. After all, you made plans with him first. Or option C, girls' nights are for desperate chicks trying to get laid.
You can't say that word on the air.
Trying to land a guy. No chance you're bailing.
Trying to land a guy?
Yeah, trying to land a guy.
Okay.
No chance you're bailing.
Thought you said something else.
I'm going to go with B.
B.
Question number 4.
You've lived in your apartment for nearly 12 months. How would you describe the decor? A, you buy something cute each month and try to make it even homier. Option B, you have everything you need and not much else. Option C, it's full of gorgeous things you love and will keep forever.
B, for sure. That was the easiest one out of all.
All right, C-Cat's going to grade this real quick. This is our Cosmopolitan quiz. Is Genetic Commitment Phobe before we get to the good stuff, the Twin Peaks Fight Picks. 4 PFL versus Bellator champs, and then UFC Fight Night, Viva El Mexico. C-Cat, how'd she do?
We have one more question.
C-Cat, how'd she do based on the questions we asked?
How'd she do, intern Jacob? What's the number we got? We've got 6. That makes you steadfast and savvy.
What does that mean?
And what does that mean? And why is the fight music playing? Do you know?
It's equal parts balanced and bad. You usually know when something's right for you and when to pull the plug.
That's nice. Look at me go.
You read like
That's healthy.
You read like the kid in 3rd grade who's not so sure if what he's saying are the actual words on the paper.
Hey, Cosmo's truth. Cosmo doesn't lie. So there you go.
No, you're a commitment phobe.
Steadfast
the last question
and
would have
steady.
revealed that. The last question would have revealed that. We don't have time for the last question.
Okay.
All right, last question. Go real quick.
After a year on the job, you're told you won't get a promotion because your work hasn't been stellar. You, A.
Wow, that hits close to home. Wow, does that hit close to home?
You write a memo to your boss detailing how you plan to improve on all fronts. You, B. Start looking around for other employment where you'll be more appreciated. Or C. Double your efforts, but consider that you're not as into your job as you should be.
B.
B. And the number that correlates with that turns you from steadfast and savvy to forever a free agent.
There it is. We knew it. Forever a commitment phobe, forever a free agent.
Dang. And between
Gotta play 'em all.
4 and 5 was the easiest answer, too.
Gotta play them all. See that? The last question did it.
I am a commitment phobe.
Coming
Thanks,
up,
Cosmo.
the Twin Peaks Fight Picks. We come back first, though. Anna Jean Levine, Accident Attorneys. Anna Jean Levine, Accident Attorneys. That's where you shift the music, C-Cat. There you go. You got it, pal. Car accident, truck accident, slip and fall, trip and fall. My friends Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine, they will fight for you. They do not get paid unless you get paid. They will fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. Don't settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine and the Anajar and Levine difference. Takes just one phone call to begin to take back control of your life. Take back control. 1-800-747-FREE. 800-747-FREE. That's 800-747-3733 for Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Take back control of your life. Twin Peaks Fight Picks are next. Home Team, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. Presented by Baptist Health South Florida. Every week we'll be highlighting different teams across ESPN 106.3 and WPTV. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health South Florida. Do you know of a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them today by emailing highschool at espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Feed into your mealtime cravings now at DQ Grill and Chill. All month long, get a 4-piece chicken strip basket for just $6.99. It comes with all white meat, seasoned chicken strips, crispy fries, Texas toast, and your choice of dipping sauce. While you're there, treat yourself to the blizzard of the month, the Caramel Fudge Cheesecake Blizzard, or try another flavor like Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough, Oreo Hot Cocoa, or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Pod. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar and Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
It's lights out in Miami. The 2024 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix takes off May 3rd through the 5th. The 3-day event is filled with art, music, world-class cuisine, and of course, top-notch racing. Tickets are available now. Choose from a variety of grandstands, each with a fantastic track view that puts you right in the center of the action and gives you access to the full campus. Visit F1MiamiGP.com. That's F1MiamiGP.com today.
ESPN 106.3.
Time now for your Twin Peaks Fight Picks. Your UFC Fight Headquarters tomorrow doubles as your PFL champion versus Bellator champion headquarters as well. Never a cover. Don't pay anything to watch all the fights. By the way, early prelims at noon. Main card, the pay-per-view card, 3 p.m. from United Arab Emirates in the champion versus champion contest. Let's just go main event, and let's go Renan Ferreira and Ryan Bader. Ferreira is a monster. He is massive, side by side with Mike Tyson on Twitter today. You see that size might be an issue, and we're going to go with Ferreira. Is obviously to be the champion who takes the belt and is now the double champ. To the UFC fight card, which is tomorrow from Mexico, Fight Night. Main event, Brandon Moreno and Brandon Royval. It's a Brandon versus Brandon flyweight contest. I'm going Brandon Moreno at minus 295, but you may want to parlay that and maybe put him with Yair Rodriguez, who's got Brian Ortega. Rodriguez minus 140, bring that number down a little bit, make it more comfortable for you. Also, Raul Rojas Jr. and Ricky Tercio. Rojas is a minus 235 favorite. Bantamweight, he got exposed a year ago in Miami. I think he loses this fight also. Let's go Tercios as well in an upset. Twin Peaks, each drink infused 29-degree beer made from scratch favorites. That's Twin Peaks. A 2-minute warning is being brought to you by the Miami Open. We're 23 days away from where tennis comes to play. From the 17th through the 31st of March, 15 days and nights of tennis with the top players in the world, Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, and more. Food, drinks, art, entertainment, experiences, great restaurants, new restaurants added like Milos, Fuku, and Henry's. Plus the Champagne Garden that I know Janetta's most looking forward to.
Absolutely.
Get your tickets and information at MiamiOpen.com. General, club, luxury seating, and that tremendous campus for all of it. I can't wait for the Miami Open. 23 days away, March 17th, Hard Rock Stadium. Go to MiamiOpen.com, MiamiOpen.com. Kids, we're out of time.
Aww.
We got spared from Seacat's terrible jokes. Every day above ground.
It's a good day.
So say goodnight to the bad guy.
Bye-bye, guys.
Have a great night, great weekend. We're back Monday at 4. Home team time, 6 p.m.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3 WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.